What would you do if your own parents asked you to sell the very future you worked years to build just to cover your siblings' reckless debt? Stay with me as I unfold this shocking story, and please don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. It truly keeps me going. Janelle, you could pay off your sister's debt, my father said in his calm but commanding voice. All you'd have to do is sell your shares. It's just money. Just money? Those shares weren't just money. They were the key to everything I had built. My career, my independence, my future. I froze, fork halfway to my mouth, as his words settled like poison in the air. This wasn't a family dinner. This was an ambush. I'm Janelle Williams, 30 years old, the eldest daughter of David and Ruth Williams. All my life, I had been the responsible one. While my younger sister, Naomi, got coddled and spoiled, I had to grow up fast. I worked double shifts in high school to save for college. I took on 3 jobs while holding a full scholarship just to stay afloat. Naomi? She bounced from one failed passion project to another while my parents picked up the tab. Growing up, the difference in treatment was obvious. On my 10th birthday, they canceled my little party so Naomi could attend a dance recital. At 16, when I begged for driving lessons, I was told money was tight. Yet 3 months later, Naomi was gifted a brand new car, just to prepare her for adulthood. By the time we reached our 20s, Naomi had burned through 4 colleges, countless trips, and 2 failed businesses funded entirely by my parents. I clawed my way up in the corporate world, finally becoming a senior manager in marketing at a global firm. I lived modestly, shared tiny apartments, and freelanced on weekends just to save. 8 years of sacrifice finally paid off. I invested in a rising tech company during its early days. Those shares had exploded in value. Today, they weren't just investments, they were my safety net, the nest egg I planned to use to retire early or start my own company. They were mine, earned with blood and sweat. So when my father said, sell your shares to cover Naomi's $250,000 debt, I nearly laughed. My mother chimed in. Family helps family, Janelle. Naomi just needs a fresh start. Those investors are threatening legal action. Do you want to see your sister in jail? I looked at them in disbelief. What about her BMW? Her luxury apartment? The diamond bracelet she posted on Instagram last week? My mother waved dismissively. Naomi needs to maintain her image for her brand. Image? I whispered. What about me? I've been sending you $1,200 every month for years. I worked while you funded her lifestyle, and you want me to sell my future for her mistakes. My father's face hardened. If you won't help your sister, then maybe you don't belong in this family. Something inside me cracked wide open. I remembered being 11 years old, begging them to come to my honor roll ceremony, only to hear, Naomi needs me more. That day, I pinned my certificate to my wall where only I could see it. Now, 2 decades later, the same script was playing out. I put down my fork, my voice steady. Then, I guess I don't have a family anymore. I grabbed my purse and walked out. My mother hissed, ungrateful girl. My father shouted, you'll regret this. But I didn't look back. In the car, my hands trembled so badly I couldn't start the engine. Tears streamed down my face. So I called the only person who had ever truly seen me, my Aunt Denise. They've shown you who they are, she said firmly. The question is, what are you going to do about it? For the first time in my life, I knew the answer. I was going to fight back. The very next day, I took action. Step 1. I canceled the $1,200 monthly payments I had been sending my parents. Money they had used to prop up Naomi's failing brands. Step 2. I blocked my parents and Naomi from my phone, email, and social media. I needed silence. Step 3. I called a lawyer. My colleague had recently used an attorney, Ms. Grant, to handle a messy inheritance battle. I explained everything. She listened calmly, then said, we'll send a cease and desist letter. And Janelle, get security cameras. People show ugly sides when money's involved. She was right. The moment I blocked them, my phone buzzed with hateful messages before I could shut it all down. My father called me selfish. My mother guilt-tripped. I carried you for 9 months, and this is how you treat me? Naomi's texts were the worst. You're bitter because Mom and Dad love me more, she wrote. You're just the family disappointment. Those words should have broken me. Instead, they fueled my fire. When the certified cease and desist letters arrived at their doorstep, silence followed. No more calls. No more workplace visits. My lawyer assured me it was only a matter of time before they tried something bigger. She was right. 2 months later, a thick envelope arrived in my mailbox. My parents were suing me, claiming the monthly payments I had sent them were actually loans they had given me and demanding repayment of $60,000 plus interest. My jaw dropped. After all the years I sacrificed, they were trying to erase my contributions and paint me as a thief. I took the letter straight to Ms. Grant. She smirked. They have no documentation. No case. We'll crush this in court. Meanwhile, Naomi's glamorous life was crumbling. She sold her BMW, moved out of her luxury apartment, and took a job at a small PR firm. My parents, stripped of my monthly support, downsized into a cramped rental. Still, they told anyone who would listen that I had abandoned them. But their lies were losing power, because I was about to expose the truth. The court hearing was packed. My parents arrived with Naomi in tow, dressed in expensive suits they could no longer afford. They sat tall, confident. My father whispered to Naomi, "Don't worry, she'll break." But I didn't break. Ms. Grant presented receipts, bank statements, proving I had been the one sending money, not receiving. Screenshots of Naomi's social media, flaunting luxury while I allegedly owed them money. Emails where my parents admitted relying on my support. The judge's gavel cracked like thunder. Case dismissed. But the real blow came when Ms. Grant slid a second envelope across the table to the judge. Inside was my lawsuit against my parents and Naomi for harassment, defamation, and emotional distress. The courtroom gasped. Naomi paled. My mother hissed, "How dare you?" "How dare you?" I whispered back. The case went forward. Their reputation crumbled. Extended family finally saw the truth, that I had been their scapegoat for decades while Naomi lived in excess. By the time it ended, my parents owed me damages. Naomi's brand collapsed entirely. The same investors who had once threatened her turned to me for consulting, ironically offering me the contracts Naomi had blown. One evening, my security camera pinged again. My parents stood at my door. My father looked smaller. My mother wore cheap clothes. Naomi wasn't with them. They left a note. Family should stick together. We're sorry. Please help us. I read it once, then tossed it into the trash. That night, as I stood on the balcony of my new townhouse overlooking the city skyline, Aunt Denise joined me with 2 glasses of wine. "You know what the difference is, Janelle," she said softly. "They built their lives on lies. You built yours on truth and work. That's why you won." I nodded, tears prickling my eyes. For once, I wasn't crying from pain. I was free. Thank you for watching till the very end. It truly means a lot, and please subscribe to my channel. Tell us in the comments where you're watching from. We love seeing how far our stories reach. Let me ask you, would you sell your future to save a sibling who always lived recklessly? Until next time, stay strong. Take good care of yourself. Goodbye for now.